Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for my air signs. Doesn't really matter what placement you have. If you have a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placement, these readings may resonate for you. There'll be 3 individual readings here. It'll be time-stamped in the pin section of the comments if you want to just jump there because you know all of the rules of tarot and you just want to watch your sign. So you can do that now, unless it's the premiere. If you are new to tarot, we're just going to go over some basic rules. It's pretty simple. Either a reading resonates for you or it just doesn't. It's that simple. You will know. So if you feel like I'm wrong or it isn't your reading, just disregard it. Never try to make it fit. And you can disregard gender too. I'm going to pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, and Empress, and those cards describe a personality, but they don't really have anything to do with the sex of or gender of you or the person being described. They just are about personality. And sometimes people feel like the energies are reversed, and if it feels like that for you, you can go ahead and take it that way. Cross watchers as well. If you want to catch more readings, you can subscribe to the channel. I use analytics to just figure out, which timestamp was watched the most and give long form videos to those viewers. These will be pretty short. If you need to book a personal, that information's in the description of the video. It'll also be in the pin section of the comments. If you're already subscribed to the channel and you want to become a member, you can just click join. It's just some additional readings. Alright, so just want to shuffle these up a little bit because I have already done water and fire. So just looking at the week ahead and seeing what's going on. Okay, so let's start with Aquarius, please. Okay, so we have leadership, leads, organizes, directs, coordinates, and motivates others, and happiness hater. I have the deck upside down. I was like, huh? Okay, so the overall energy is the 9 of Pentacles. I have the Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit in the reverse, Virgo energy, the 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 6 of Cups, the Moon in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Some Pisces, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus energy. And at the bottom of the deck, Sun, Leo. I like that the King of Swords is behind that. I feel like you're very discerning about people now anyway. I think that some of you either maybe started your own business or you've become, promoted in whatever skill you have. And, there's a lot more money flowing in. I think that you're really good by yourself now. And, definitely this is something new. And I feel like I feel like with the Hermit in the reverse, it's like you want to keep it a secret. You don't want to tell anybody that you got promoted or that anything good is happening or that you're not struggling anymore, because in the past, I feel like you really recognized, that other people, I think, will take just advantage of you. Like if they know that you're doing good, like they want to borrow or they expect you to do more in certain situations, So I feel like with the moon in the reverse and the sun in the upright, you don't want to do, it's like, you don't want to do what you've done before. You don't, it's like you didn't forget what's happened before. You're not telling anybody about this because you already know that either there's two things that are going to happen. Either people are going to beg and borrow or they're going to fucking hate. And when you put money, I think this is the truth. Like, this is how you're looking at it. Is like when you put money out there or somebody knows how good you're doing, you basically set yourself up. So like if nobody knows that you're doing better than them and you just remain humble and never really tell anybody your business, you're not really expected to do as much. Because I think in the past you've been selfless, and this may have really messed you up. So like I said, I think in the past you've learned like who were really your friends and like what family members you could count on to pay you back and things like this. Like this is all through like real life experience. You're not coming from a position of, wanting to support and help others anymore. Unless you feel like it's really viable. Because, like I said, you're a lot smarter now. So there's something coming up this week, or, maybe you're finally getting promoted, or you're like getting some grace, some blessing, and it's maybe even suggesting to some of you not to tell people your business. Like you should have already learned your lesson by now that like if you get something, like, some people will be happy for you, but most people either are just going to be upset that you got it or they're going to try to get some. And that's that. They're going to be looking to receive whatever it is that you have. Like if you floss it, it's going to attract the wrong people. All of a sudden, people that you haven't heard from for a while are going to get all chum with you. Yeah, just don't, like if you're getting promoted or something's happening for you here, just don't tell anybody, because I don't think that people like really have good intentions. They just, period. Just win silently. I think it was interesting that before we started this, there was a trash truck just really loud outside. I feel like that was part of a warning. Like, don't invite trash into your life by trying to floss, or even just, even if you're not flossing, just telling people because you're excited that something good is happening for you may not work out very well in your favor, especially if you have a big heart, because listen to all these sirens out here now. Okay. At this point, I don't know which way's up. Let's go, Gemini. What is this? The Tower in the reverse as the overall energy. The High Priestess in the reverse, some Cancer Pisces energy, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Wands. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse, the Six of Swords, Temperance, Sagittarius energy, and at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups in the reverse. We have Impersonator and Disorganized Attachment. Believes one is undeserving of love or closeness, experiences emotional extremes, splitting, untrusting, controlling, explosive behavior without accountability. Somebody's life is just never not falling apart. This is somebody around you, though. Like, this is like a really close friend or like someone that you would deem like family. But like, really, if you pay attention, and I think you are paying attention here, they're exhausting. They're very dramatic. They show up like sincere, you know what I mean? But then they'll turn around and just like start a bunch of shit. And I feel like you don't particularly like hold grudges. It's not something that you do. I think that you're the type to, you know, Gemini's a thinker. And, you know, they'll usually attempt to see things from the other person's point of view. Meaning, like, even if the person acts crazy, it's like, you know, have I ever acted like that before? Yeah, so maybe they're just going through something like that, you know? But I think for your own sake here, you feel like, you know, you're not holding like a grudge. You don't feel any type of way towards somebody. You just feel like they're getting too close to you, and it's not really for the right reasons. Like, you can feel it. There's like something here where you feel like this person is too attached to you, and in like a weird way, but like their energy is too much. So like, you know, this would be your friend that you love dearly, that like you want to help out, but like they're just chaotic, you know, just chaotic. Meaning they choose really, really toxic partners. So there's always some chaos going on in the household, you know, like they are trapped in a situation, they can't get out of it, but they also won't listen to you or really accept any help out of it. It's just draining and exhausting, and you feel like you can't keep giving your energy to a person. So I feel like maybe I'm just validating someone here. They could feel like they're a bad friend or like a bad family member or something, you know what I mean? Like this could be like, you know, your own sister or brother or something, you know, where it's like they're unwilling to chill out, take any type of accountability. They don't really see where they're going wrong, despite the fact that they literally just act wild sometimes. Like, I mean, look at the Five of Wands here. It's like very attention-seeking, banging on a drum and screaming. Like I said, I don't feel like you feel like, you know, this person just has some issues. I don't feel like there's any like personal issues between you and this person. I just feel like you also personally feel like you need some peace and quiet. Like you have your own relationship or like children or like family and other things to tend to. And like you can't just deal with this person's misery all the time. Like they are not making any choices to better a situation. And I feel like they're, you know, this would be like the friend that just calls you to just complain because they're not going to really do anything. You know, but it's like all of the time. Like they're just always going through it. This Tower is in the reverse, you know what I mean? It's not like a situation that somebody's getting out of. Like, and with The High Priestess in the reverse is just giving me that your energy is drained, that you need to take a step back and refill your cup and do your own fucking thing here. Can't like live somebody else's life for them. I feel like you know, this person, it doesn't even really take solid advice, and you have the Ten of Pentacles here, meaning that you have like a long-term stable relationship. You could even have kids with the person that you're with, and this person still doesn't take your advice. They're still actively choosing to be in something that is like truly miserable. It's not about, you know, not being friends with a person or something, especially if somebody's cross-watching, because they don't understand why a Gemini is taking a step back. They just have their own life, and sometimes this is like too much. You gotta have a whole support team. Because I feel like somebody's just drained. Like they keep trying to show up for someone emotionally, but it's like they don't really have any emotions even left to give. And it starts making the other person feel like you're not even gonna leave, so why are we still like talking about this? So why is this coming up? I mean, like, what are they supposed to do with this? The Fool in the reverse, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the Six of Wands in the reverse, the Ten of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this is, again, it's just validating somebody. They're not a bad person. You're just absolutely right. Like, this person is not going to leave a situation. They're not going to just move on from it. They're also not going to compromise or, like, start to work together with another person. Like, it's not, it's not really something you can help them with. Like, they're not willing to leave a situation that's dead, or that just, you know, really does make them unhappy. So I think here it's saying it's okay for you to reserve your energy and to not feel bad about it. It's not selfish at all. Like, it's just boundaries. Like, I care about you, and I don't mind hearing about what's going on with you once a week, you know, but I can't like be on the phone with you 300 hours a day, because of your terrible life decisions. I don't know. Like, someone could tell you all the time, like, oh, I want a relationship like yours. I want something like you have, but keep trying to deal with somebody who doesn't represent that at all. And it can just get exhausting. Like, you don't listen to a damn thing I say, do you? So, like, what is the point in talking to me? Oh, boy. For some of you, that could be a warning. Before you drain your energy, just know that somebody's not going to leave a situation. They're just going to maintain the same miserable shit that they've been in. And not to just literally, like, waste all of your time and energy on a situation that's not going to die. And it's not going to get better. Okay. Libra. We have extrovert, outgoing, sociable, openly expressive, prefers the outside world to the inner world of subjective experience, and fake smiles. The overall energy is the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups in the reverse, the Seven of Swords in the reverse, the Three of Cups. The Lovers, Gemini energy, the Hierophant in the reverse, Taurus energy, the Eight of Swords. The Five of Swords, the Ace of Swords, Temperance. Somebody... I think somebody struggles like socially, like you could be extroverted or like your partner could be. I feel like it's your partner who's like extroverted. They like to go out. They like to be sociable. They have a lot of friends. I don't feel like that's your wave though. I don't feel like that's actually your wave. Like, like I don't feel like, you know, like you're not like a friendly person. I feel like, you know, like you don't just like, you don't have a bunch of friends or like you don't really go out much, you know. And you feel like if you do have to go out in these situations, like you have to like pretend to be as social as this person is. And I have some Gemini energy here and Taurus energy. Those are both very, you know, social, like friend-oriented people. And I think you're not. I think for you, you don't really have like a good social meter. You get exhausted really quick. But it seems like when you try to tell this person that, like, there's a fight and then you have to, like, try to reconcile with that later, you know? It's really interesting. Like, there's almost like, you know, an introvert and an extrovert and, like, the battle of trying to find balance between staying in and going out. I feel like here, though, it's very specifically, like, almost like you're kind of the bad guy if you don't want to come out with them, you know? But it's so-and-so's birthday. We can't just not go. Like, why can't you go without me? Are you kidding me? Because you're my girlfriend or because you're my boyfriend, you know? Like, are you kidding me? I don't know, maybe you just don't really, like, enjoy the social world that much. And a lot of people are like this, you know? It's like, it's not that, like, you don't enjoy it. Like, you just probably don't enjoy, like, extended periods of times, you know? It's like, yeah, I like to go to the barbecue for, like, 2 hours, eat, hang out with people, have a little chit-chat, and then I like to go home, you know? I don't want to be here, like, all day and all night and get wasted and everybody starts fighting and shit. I'm not here for that. You know, and the other person is very much about that life, you know. They want to be around when everybody shows up and things get hot, you know, and you're like, oh, this is just too much for me. So even with the fighting, too, because, like, that might even be happening in some of the situations here. I mean, like, look, like, this person just, like, standing here looking the other way while there's, like, a whole freaking brawl going on over here, and this, yeah, police are coming. Yeah. But, again, I feel like if you say anything, like, it doesn't work out in your favor. So, I feel like you're, at this point, like, just tolerating people's, like, friends or, like, social situations because you, like, do want to be with this person, and that's fair, you know? I feel like you're trying to compromise here, but you feel fake. That's the difference. It's like something about, it's like, these aren't even your people. It could be, like, their friends, and it just feels so fake. Like, it's not, like, a genuine connection for you. Like, for some of you, this is not even like a romantic person. This could be like your best friend, you know, like, you know, the friend that, like, they're an extrovert. And so if they were single, they're just going to, like, go out and have a good time, you know, because they just had a breakup and that's how you get over it, you know. But, like, to the other person, it's like, dude, I don't. yeah, I don't feel like doing my hair and makeup and going out anywhere. That's not how this works for me. I don't want to do that, you know? Then they try to make you feel bad because it's like you're depressed and not ready to just move on in 30 seconds flat, you know? But if you say something, they're just kind of like make it about you and kind of making it about them at the same time. I don't know. Either way, it just feels so like fake for you. Like I said, this would be like your extrovert friend that's like, just come out of the house, you'll feel better, but you're just around all their friends that you don't know and it doesn't actually feel good at all. Like you're just not comfortable already, and these are all new faces, and even though you like this person and they're your friend, it's like, this is not my lifestyle. Why can't you hang out with these people when you hang out with them? And then when you feel like having a nice relaxed day without all the drinking and the craziness, you just come to my house and we can have pancakes and coffee. Like, I'm just not about that life. And sometimes you just have to tell somebody that. It's harder if you're in a relationship with them, though. Like, try to take you out, show you off. Nine of Swords in the reverse, the Magician for Gemini energy, the Eight of Wands in the reverse, the Six of Wands at the bottom. I almost said the Six of Swords. Five of Wands. The World in the reverse. That's really what it is. It's like, maybe that's what you just need to say to somebody. If it's your friend, definitely. I'd be like, you know, I see what you're trying to do here, and I love you for that, you know what I mean? But for real, like, just call me on pancake and coffee day. Like, I can't. I don't have a social media. People tend to understand, you know. If it's a relationship, you know, or even if it is the friendship, sometimes you do need that, the encouragement to go out. Sure, these people are new and it feels fake and like pressed up front, but like over time it can get more natural. Like, you know, you'll stop stressing it and like actually get to know people and get more comfortable with them. And it's like, you know, of course, I feel like it just feels awkward at first, and that's what it's saying. It should just feel awkward at first when you're getting to know people. But over time, I feel like, you know, I already see where you're saying, like, you know, I'll go out with them because it's not worth losing this person, or I feel like it's not worth it. But I feel like at the same time, you feel like people are loud or dramatic and you don't want any bullshit. I feel like it's also fair to set boundaries with people where it's like, you know, you can take me places, but like I don't want to go anywhere where it's going to get loud or there's people being like wasted and like do something stupid. Or, you know, don't take me into the city where we're going to get robbed or something, you know, like. But yeah, I feel like you can still set boundaries even if it's your relationship and state, you know, I don't mind going to these people's house because they're cool, but I'm not going to this house because the last time I was there, so-and-so and so-and-so got arrested. We're not doing that. You know, and that's okay to say it. And if they don't respect that, then I don't know. I'd question the relationship no matter who they are. But I think that it's not just that someone else is extroverted. You may just have more sense than this person, you know. So you can go ahead and set boundaries. Like, you can go over there and hang out, but I'm not going to because I don't feel like being booked and charged and shit. No. All right. That was a weird reading, but that's it. I'll see you guys soon.